Ron, the new GMG app, time for you to use it.
I've been using the legacy app.
I know you have, but wait till I show you some of this stuff here.
I'll tell you what, if you can show me everything on this and how it works and it's simple, I'll switch over to it and I'll stop using the legacy app finally.
Well, let's do it. We'll jump right into it. So first, you're gonna create a sign in and you can see that my peak outside's already connected.
Okay,
right?
Yep.
We've got a Trek here that's not plugged in and we have a ledge to the right of us. Let's get the ledge connected because we haven't done that yet. So we're gonna go to the menu, we're gonna add a grill. Click add new grill, click your ledge. Server mode, two different meanings. Server mode's Wi-Fi. Think of connecting outside the house and in the house.
Okay.
Bluetooth if you're camping, local, 30 meters away.
Right.
Server mode is what we want, so establishing connection. So here we go. Go ahead and connect the ledge first. Add grill, add new grill, ledge shows up. Click the ledge. Server mode is Wi-Fi or control outside the house. Local mode is Bluetooth and good for camping like we were just doing.
Yep.
And 30 meters, that's it. You don't want to use local mode at home if you have a Wi-Fi network. Server mode, we're going to go ahead and establish a connection.
So far, pretty easy.
Yeah.
Very similar as with the other one.
Yep. So now this is where you're going to enter your Wi-Fi credentials in. It's saved because I have another grill connected.
Okay.
If you're on Android, you get a selection on what network, then you put your password in. We're gonna hit confirm. And now once this is connected, you'll see on the grill, there'll be a red light that illuminates.
Right.
Showing you that you're on the server. So now it's using your Wi-Fi to go to the GMG servers. So now we're connected.
It was pretty quick.
Yeah, so theoretically, if we jump.
I like the way this looks.
Oh, it looks great. So on the front screen, you've got probe 1, probe 2. They're both plugged in. They're reading temperature. Everything's, about the same. The grill's closed, so that might be a little cooler than it is out here in the shop. But now, let's say if we knew it was 80 degrees in here and these are off, right? We can directly go in there and change that. So if we go into more and configure, you see you've got a bunch of different options.
Right.
Climate, that's important because that adjusts your PID for the way this feeds fuel.
Okay.
And the auger.
So climate, okay, so warm or cold, basically.
Warm, hot.
Hot, so if you're down in Florida.
Right, or below average cold, so it's gonna feed more pellets. This changes the PID that's in it.
Okay.
Next, you've got your grill temperature adjustment, which we won't play with because we know that said it was 80. So let's go ahead and adjust that one that's at 83 or 84 down. If you go negative, it's gonna bring that temperature down 4 degrees. So if we set that, and now,
I love that everything is right on this one screen.
Exactly. People get confused too because you've got two different adjustments here. So you got your low end and your high end because it's a linear scale.
Okay.
So if you notice it's off on the high end, that's when you would change the other side.
So in the legacy app, you weren't able to do that. You could only do a plus or minus.
You can only do a plus or minus.
So with this one, you can do both ends of the scale.
Correct. So all 3 probes can be adjusted. Then you've got lock temp display, which basically is going to show within 5 degrees of the grill. Or if you don't like that and you want to see what the actual temperature is, then you'll turn this off and that will give you the display of exact temperature on your controller.
Okay.
I tend to like that myself.
Right.
Temperature, depending on where you're at, if you're using F or C, and you got to make sure that once you make these changes, it says edit mode, save changes, or all will be lost. So once we're done, save and finish. Now, if we go back, we've lowered that probe, as you can see.
Right.
And this is how you make your fine adjustments. Okay. So the person that wants to go in there and put probes in and do that, this is the app to do it.
There's a lot more adjustment with that than there was with the old app.
Yep.
And I know a lot of people are very concerned about their temperatures. So this would give them the opportunity to really fine tune those temperatures on the low end and on the high end.
That's what it's all about. It's all about the fine tuning. That climate setting, the probes, all of it. We have a calibration video if you want to check it out. I know it's on the legacy app, but we'll do an update one.
Right.
Because I feel like a lot of people want to calibrate probes and they want to know that exact temperature. All right, I'm going to move back into that option here under monitor, right? So you see it says no data available, but watch this, Ron. I'm going to go ahead and turn this on and I'll go over the 3 modes. You've got grill mode, which is your normal smoking mode or cooking.
Okay.
Pizza mode changes the PID again for the pizza oven because it feeds more pellets to keep that stone hot.
Okay.
Cold smoke mode is just fan control to where you can smoke cheeses or do salmon.
So on the old app, there was just a little checkbox, I think.
Yes, and it was hard to find.
It was really hard to find.
Really hard to find.
This is simple. It's all right there on that screen.
So right here, this tells you in the beginning, hey, I want to be in, we're going to go in cold smoke mode because we're in the shop. We can't start a fire. So now we're going to power it on.
That was instant.
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 Instant. So now we're fan rate 30%. You can change your rate. We'll go to 50% while we're talking. Now, what's really cool now, if we go back to that more tab, we've got our temperatures trending.
Wow.
Now this will trend for the whole cook.
Okay. So this is your meat probes, 1 and 2, and this is your smoker.
This is
You're trending
smoker.
all 3.
You're trending all 3, and using this app, like you can watch your brisket thaw. You can watch everything. Hey, I need to go wrap it because that brisket hasn't changed temperature in an hour.
Right.
It looks great. And then you could change your range. If we were on longer, you can change your range to only show to last 1 hour or all the time.
Okay.
And this is on the whole time, recording to the server. So you'll never lose this data until the grill's powered down and off. So I mean, it's a really cool feature.
Historical data is saved.
Historical data is saved to the server until it's powered down. So then you come back, we're gonna turn that fan off. Or actually, we'll turn the smoker off. So we'll come back, we'll turn the smoker off. There you go. Instant. So that is a really powerful feature of this smoker is it's on server mode. You can adjust the probes, all of that. So now you see here, we've kind of went over, this is your temperature, this is your probes, but now you got select grill profile, right? So you've got a bunch of different sample profiles, but I think we should make our own real quick. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna make our own profile. It automatically defaults to 150 because that's where the grill temperature starts at.
Okay, so that's step 1.
Step 1, we're gonna do a pulled pork. I like to sear mine and get a nice crust on the outside. So I can add a step here, and then once I add the step, let's say 350, right? And we're gonna change that time. I usually do that for about an hour. So now the grill's gonna basically go to 150 like it does, and then 350 for an hour to sear.
Okay, that's step 2.
Yep, then what we'll do is we'll add another step. Our third step is gonna be our long cook. So then
smoke.
Our smoke, so say 225. And we're gonna let this go, let's say 7 hours. And then at the end of the profile, I like to just keep it warm.
Okay.
Meaning it'll just keep running. And then your alert sounds, they have a pretty funny ones.
Wow.
Yeah, so they got a chicken, they got a cow, they got a duck, an egg timer. I think they'll actually play too.
That's just showing off right there.
It really is. Listen, ready? Ready?
That's showing off.
Ready?
Oh, that's great. You gotta get a pig. Is there a pig? Egg timer.
Yeah, we need a pig in here.
Milk.
We need a pig in here.
There needs to be a pig.
So once that's done, you save your profile. We're gonna name it and say test pulled pork and save it. And now that's also saved. Like this will not go anywhere.
Okay.
And then you see here,
Yep.
start profile. So put the pulled pork on a smoker, start the profile, and walk away.
I like it. And you have an alert set.
If your pellets get low, you're gonna get an alert on the phone telling you the pellets are low.
Right.
So it's an easy bake oven at this point.
I like it.
Yeah.
I never
very
really
cool.
used profiles before. I just set it to where I wanted it and let it go. But with that, you can let it be an autopilot basically and get it up to that higher temperature to put a nice crust on there and then lower it and smoke it.
Exactly. And I do that all the time. So we'll go back to the main screen.
Okay.
And we've got timers. So that's just basic. You can add different timers, count up, count down timer. Very cool feature. Flash. If you enable the phone or the app to talk to your camera, it'll turn on your light. Or you've got the grill light. So next, we've got in your configuration, we went through that. We'll talk about the menu here. Now, as you can see, we have a lot going on. We have 3 grills. The Trek isn't plugged in at the moment, but as you can see, you can have more than one grill connected at once. So just the one outside, that is the smoker. If we turn the cold smoke mode on, boom, fan rate 30%. So that's running outside right now.
So you can be cold smoking on that one. You can be smoking regular on this one.
Exactly.
You can have something going on that one. So you can be running multiple smokers all at the same time and using the same app and easily flip from one to the other.
Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll go back to this one and we'll turn this on for a minute.
Right.
Just to show how intuitive everything is. There it is.
And there's no delay. It's
instant.
There's no delay. Everything's instant.
Instant. I mean, we have a great Wi-Fi connection in the shop, but you know, as you can see, everything's functioning like it should. And aside from what I've shown you, a lot of people, they want to see the grill or add a grill, right? And there is something up here that says edit grills. If you click that, that's how you can change the order of them. You can move this one up, and whatever smoker's up top is the one that's going to show up in the app first.
Okay.
So
your main smoker, you know, say the Trek is for camping, you're not going to use that as much. That might be the last one.
exactly, and you can see that's the way I had it set up before we added the ledge.
Okay. Yep.
We went through profiles, recipes, there they are. I mean, boom.
So that's similar to the Legacy app.
Just like the Legacy
Which I'm pretty
app.
familiar with that, which it's really nice. It tells you which pellets to use and which temperatures to cook at, which rubs to use.
It's great. And, you know, there's always a help section here. We'll go back to the grill. And I think one more thing we should probably go over is updating the grill. Now, GMG is always making changes, always making programming changes, because it's a very complicated thing to control a fire. And the reason why the climate setting is there is because if you're trying to smoke at 150 and it's 110 in Jersey or anywhere, or in Arizona, it's 110 degrees, it's difficult to get that grill to control that low because you're fighting a lot of things.
Right, I've seen people where their grill was sitting outside and it's black, it's picking up the sun, and they go to turn it on and it's already 120 degrees.
Exactly. So what they do is constant updates. And I know this grill is not updated yet, so I think we should probably do that on camera.
Okay.
All right, so we're already in server mode. We're gonna go to more, we're gonna go to update. And now you can see 1.2 is on here.
Right.
And the major changes, improved temperature control. So now we'll go ahead and update that. It'll ask you to connect to the grill, you hit update. Now, on the display, it's gonna read UPT for update.
Right.
And then it'll count up to 100 and then say SUC for success. Once that's done, we're gonna lose connection here, right? Because it's doing its thing. What we can do is just hit continue, and we know that at this point, what I like to do is go back and give it a minute until that says success. So right now, the grill's reading success.
Okay.
Once that's done, unplug the smoker, plug it back in.
So this is very similar as to what the Legacy app did, although this seems to be a lot faster and seamless.
Right, it is. Yep, so that's gonna count up to $9.99 and then give you 2 beeps. Once that's done, we'll go ahead and try to connect to it again. So now that the grill says off, we're gonna go back in the app and connect to it. Immediately it knows it's disconnected, right?
Okay, yep.
So what this should be a recovery mode. So once we do that, it's gonna connect us back up to the server and everything should be working. There we are.
There it goes.
Yep, so now we're back connected and
Updated.
ready to go. And we can check on that update and see, now we're on 1.4.
Right.
Yep.
This isn't as complicated as I thought it was going to be. It's actually really smooth to work between each one of the screens. And I guess the more that you do it, you're really, because I'm watching you do it and you're flying through it.
Right, I'm going fast.
You're going fast, but for me, I'm trying to learn, but I think once I start getting in there, it's laid out really nice and it's great, man.
Right.
This is nice. Everything seems to connect so fast, and the transitions from one screen to the next and turning the smoker on and off is so fast, it's crazy.
Exactly. So Ron, as you can see, this app is intuitive, it works, and just the capabilities of being able to adjust every little thing. That's what it's about.
And there was a lot to that, but it's not complicated. You can fly through those different screens. I really like the trend part where you can trend the temperature of the smoker and the temperature probes and look at the historical data on that for briskets with the stall period.
Exactly.
That's really nice to see where it stalls and what the temperatures are. I really liked profiles, being able to adjust it and go with the higher temperature and hold that for a certain amount of time and then drop it back down to the smoke temperature and then let it roll out for 7-8 hours while it's cooking. That's really nice. And I never really messed with profiles before, but that was so easy to set up that I really want to try that now, because all the different things that we cook, sometimes you want to go with a higher temperature.
Exactly.
hot and fast, or you know, with the pulled pork, you want to get that crust on there, so you want the higher temperature. With a brisket, I actually like to start it low and then crank the temperature up towards the end. Once I wrap my brisket, I'll crank the temperature up a little bit.
Exactly. I do the same thing.
So all those features are in there. It's super easy to do.
Yeah, everything that we've gone over is super easy once you play with the app a little bit. I mean, I've been beta testing it for like a year now, and it only gets better because you've got Dave. Dave is the app developer, and we're going to talk to Dave. We're going to talk to Dave actually very soon.
I'd love to talk to Dave because this is so fine-tuned compared to the legacy app, and everything works flawlessly, that I'd love to know how he did all that and all of the things that he had to work through to get to this point. He's behind the scenes doing it. We're out here testing it, and you know, every once in a while you have a connection issue, or sometimes it's your Wi-Fi hub at home. You know,
Exactly.
I have terrible Wi-Fi, so I have hubs all throughout my house, and I had to figure out how to configure that to get the app to work. Sometimes I'd blame the app for not working right, and it was actually my home Wi-Fi.
Yep.
So there's a lot involved in it, but this was nice. This was so fast. I love the fact that you can update it so quick and add multiple smokers. That's such a cool feature, because if you're a GMG guy, you got a track.
Yep.
And you got a ledge or a peak. You might have both. You might have 4. You might have 5.
Right.
This gives you the ability to run them all at the same time and flip through without disconnecting and having to reconnect. And that's pretty neat, man.